Going live now to the Deputy Opposition Leader Sussan Ley, who's speaking at the moment.
But to see the devastation and the effect that that has had on children in particular, as I attended a couple of the schools and spoke to a family that's been living rough on a slab outside one of the town camps for over 2 years, to actually gain a sense of what the real world experience is of some of the most vulnerable Australians are like, made me angry. And it made me want to show every single Australian the damage that's being done and the important work that remains to be done. And restricting access to alcohol is a vital part of that.
The Cattlemen's Association is holding its conference in Darwin this morning. They've been very critical of the Albanese government over its decision to ban live sheep exports. Do you still support Labor's position to ban live sheep exports?
I am on side with the position that the Coalition has enunciated following improvements to the live sheep trade. So that was clearly made by Peter Dutton in Western Australia recently. I also understand the concerns of the Northern Territory Cattlemen's Association, because while we needed to improve the conditions on live sheep ships, and I'm pleased that that has now happened, we are very concerned about the effect on the whole top end of anything that seeks to disrupt a vital industry for the Territory, which is the live cattle industry. So I share the concerns of the Northern Territory cattlemen and women, and I do hope that the Agriculture Minister, who is in town today, absolutely is listening closely, and really comes away with an appreciation that running a business, living a life, seeking to contribute for your family and your community is different in the top end, because there are always challenges to be faced. Remoteness, natural disasters such as floods, which we're experiencing now, the disruption of weather, long roads, and people work incredibly hard here, and they deserve to be supported and backed in every step of the way by the Albanese government.
Pretty adamant last year that you wanted to see those live sheep exports banned. Why have you changed your mind now?
What I said last year was I reflected on the changes that were made when this issue was before us in government, and those changes have made a significant difference.
The referendum working group is yet to finalise its recommended wording for the Voice to Parliament referendum. Minister Burney says there's been no division and the process has been run smoothly. Why does the opposition reject that?
Well, we're not rejecting good work that's being done by the referendum working group. What we are rejecting is the politicisation of this issue by anyone in the government at all. And we still seek further detail. Now, the wording of the referendum is an important consideration, but so is this concept called the voice, which Anthony Albanese is yet to explain. And as I travel, particularly the top end, people are asking me the questions that they want answers to. How will this work to improve the lives of Indigenous Australians? How will it solve some of the problems I saw firsthand in Alice Springs? On the one hand, Linda Burney said it would solve the problems. On the other, the Prime Minister suggested that it wouldn't solve the problems. Pat Dodson.
All right, so Sussan Ley there on a few different issues, including on live sheep exports, supporting the Coalition's call for overturning the ban Labor's going to enact. You might say she's been on a journey in that particular area of policy.